run down from behind, terrific. It was Lofton. Ball went inside the forward 50. Garlick onto the loose ball. And he's hit the post. Oh, wow.
Great chase.
Great run down. Oh, Delidio, sorry.
Three-quarter time. The margin was just 4 points. So this weekend, 25, 5, 8 and 4 have been the margins at three-quarter time. There have been some thrilling matches. The Friday night one blew out.
Bruce, Carlton are going very early with their sub in this last quarter. Troy Menzel's got the green vest off. He's ready to go. He's very eager to get out there. I'll let you know as soon as I can who the man is that's coming off.
Thanks, Lingy. Notice that Murphy and Cruiser started interchange. Judd started at centre-half forward. And the ball was bounced in this turn. Warnock and Marriage, Jackson, Robinson's lifted. He hurt his hammy early, we know that. Tuck, Pettit. Does he keep it in? He does. Well done, Jackson. He ran hard. So Menzel getting ready. So who goes off? Is it one of those big guys? Is it a Cruiser or Warnock? Or
Got to be one of the big guys, Bruce. They need the run now. It's going to be a real knock him down, drag him out sort of last quarter. They need to get one of the big fellas off so they've got plenty of run. It's going to come right down to the wire.
Problem is, the centre bounces have been so critical in this game. If you really leave one of the big guys off, that's a real problem.
See, that's a good kick, and Cochin's a great mark overhead.
Just got the separation on Curnow. That's been rare today. Curnow didn't get some body in the contest.
Yep.
It's a great example of a kick drawing the lead.
Cochin goes short. Well, I'm not sure about that. Edwards kicking really hasn't been his forte this afternoon. He's got it well enough. No easy kick.
It's interesting, isn't it? He's probably, 5 metres closer, but on a much more acute angle. I'm not sure whether Cochin should have just taken his shot.
15 gone.
Spreading large, yes. Could be a lifter if he gets it. Kick is on the way. Aaron Edwards lines it across the face. Vickery almost to mark in the square. Loose ball. Down goes King. Robinson took him front on.
Dennis, sorry just to jump in there. It's Andrew McInnes who's been subbed off. Good call by you, Lee. They've left the two big ruckmen out there to continue their centre square dominance.
And Robinson, the third man.
You can't do that. That's a non-ruckman not knowing the rules. You can't knock the ball on the full from a ruck contest through the goals. That's Robinson. He does. I mean, the ruckman doesn't happen often, so ruckman half the time don't know, but Robinson had no idea.
So Marriage gets the goal, and Richmond gets some breathing space.
Well, how costly is that? I mean, we know it's the
knocks it over the line on the full. It doesn't matter how much pressure. That is Andrew. That's the rule. It's an actual rule, Andrew.
Well, the rules change so often. It's probably
that's been difficult. That's been in for a while. This is the umpire explaining the decision. This Robinson jumps in the ruck, but if you hit it out over the goal line on the full, it's a deliberate rush behind and a free kick against.
Clubs talk about the 1%ers. The players should know that.
Yeah.
They should know that. Simple. Gibbs should be told that as the ball goes down towards half forward. Could cost them the game. Loose ball at the back. Murphy pushed to the back. Surely will get the free kick. Matt Murphy 52 metres out. Right, he's held out the skipper. Lays it off to Gibbs, who can kick it a long way. This one, though, the angled approach. And Betts! Not much to stretch, but what there was stretching, and he's taken the mark. About 35 metres out for the quick reply.
That's why they've tried to have Grimes on him for most of the game, because he is good overhead, Eddie Betts. But Grimes has gone on to Yarran, and just then he just overplayed it a fraction, Morris, in the air.
Huge kick again. Plenty of them in the second half. Eddie Betts runs in. Kick is on the way. Straight under the goal umpire's hand. He's got 3. So back to 3 points. Eddie Betts, dangerous on the ground and in the air. And the Tigers looking shaky again. It's a good kick coming in too. Gibbs just lobbing it to where it needed to be, and Eddie did the rest.
Murphy and Gibbs combining, Dennis, and then a great mark. So those lights are blaring now. So the Blues get that goal back. Betts with 3 to go with Waite and Dygan's 3. It's been a bizarre match for free kicks against Carlton, resulting in goals. The 350s and then the Robinson a moment ago. Marriage who got the goal. Cochin's been terrific. Vickery, good mark, pulled up a little proppy, gets it on quickly. Vickery, nothing kicked to be honest. And Robinson getting across and taking the mark. And now Simpson's away. And now, well, it's a slowish kick, but he's on. Judd and Cruz are going. And now Walker. He's got time, Walker. Now can he deliver? Waite, good mark. Carlton on top just at the minute. Waite turning his man. Then down the line, Bell doesn't take the mark. Betts will be dangerous. He'll be really dangerous here. He'll put them further. No, he won't. It just didn't have enough. And Hoolan got back and saved the day.
That's it.
Right now, Carlton are just getting on top, aren't they?
Yeah, they're running better. Hooley has some running of his own there. Amazing the similarities in the 3 games these clubs have played this season. Big lead to Richmond. Carlton comes storming back. One they won, one they lost. There's a strong mark by Bell in front. After the kick came in from the boundary. Might have been Simpson under pressure over there, but the result is that Bell's got it.
Early in the game, you'd probably back him from this distance, but with 3/4 of hard running under your legs, the fatigue really starts to set in now, so this will be a challenge for him.
Imagine if he does kick it. Carlton players getting back a fair way. They probably think or know his capabilities, but that doesn't test anybody. It goes out of bounds on the full, so that's a wasted effort as it turned out.
That tends to be what happens. You go for the extra distance and end up hooking it.
He's had one of those days. He's actually played pretty well. He's made a couple of big blues, but he's been okay. So the Tigers defending hard. Garlick, Judd. It's had a magnificent second half. Kicks to centre half forward. Henderson couldn't quite. Well done, Grimes. Brilliant Dygan. Back to Tui. That one may have been touched going forward. No, Robinson. Courageous. Well, 3 minutes ago, he made a monumental error. And here he is with all the heart that he's got to throw himself in front of the pack and take a really gutsy contested mark. He does it his way, Robinson.
Yeah, he doesn't always make the best decisions, but he's unbelievably brave and just a fantastic competitor.
He's kicked one. We thought he was almost done and dusted, didn't we, at the start of that first quarter when he went off with the hammy. This to give Carlton the lead. They're in front, the Blue Boys. Well, where were they going to get their goals from? That's what we said at half-time. Well, they've got them from Dygan and Robinson and Betts and Waite and Garlick and Scotland. And it's off the back of Judd and Gibbs and a bit of Murphy, isn't it?
Yeah, spot on, Bruce. It's off the back of the midfield, winning the clearances. We see Judd, Murphy, Gibbs, they're all up over 20 possessions now. They're your prime movers. If they're getting their hands on the football, they're making good decisions. They're giving the forwards an opportunity to hit the ball.
Well, he didn't hang his head, did the wrong thing, then did the right thing. Back in the middle. Carlton by 3 points. Rucks go at it. Warnock. Grigg. Over the football. Menzel throws a boot at it. Dragging it in was Gibbs, and the umpire calls for it.
That man on the bottom of the pack there, Bryce Gibbs, has played his best game for Carlton today, I reckon. The hardest game he's played. He's had 9 clearances. It's just really lifted his team. Great effort.
Bell almost through. Marriage goes after it. Menzel on the ground. How about that? Virtually sold out. Must be about 90, I reckon, this afternoon. Martin improvising in the pack, picks it up then. He's been pretty quiet in the second half. He drives it towards half forward. Aaron Edwards coming up the ground, stolen away by Armfield to Walker. Falling as he kicks. It floats down towards half forward. Off hands. Curnow taken high. He'll get the free kick.
Back here. Back here.
So against Cochin. So uses Murphy. And then Murphy, dainty kick to the pocket. And Newman able to just get it away from Menzel. So the older than new there, eh? Chris Newman. 233rd game, and Menzel just in his 7th today. He's a goal kicker. They'd love one in the last quarter. Warnock and Marriage. Bell running hard and missing again. So he's becoming effective, Bell, that big body of his in clearances.
Clearances have just been dominated by Carlton. They have been for most of the game, but certainly the longer the game's gone, the better they've been in that area.
Carlton by 4 points. Newman to himself, drives it outside the 50. Marriage was up. He's looking pretty tired as Marriage. Knocked across the boundary line by Walker. I know you saw the game in round 21, Lee. I did too. It's almost as if you've read the book, isn't it?
Yeah, it's carbon copy. And Richmond, just remember, over the last couple of years have blown leads a little bit, so those little demons are there in the recesses of their mind.
Cochin got it from Tuck. Revolt. He had 2 to beat. Walker's getting more of the ball and out of bounds and a boundary throw-in.
Richmond now have sent Newman behind the ball, trying to just arrest a little bit of control back into this game.
30th birthday today, Nick, for Juddy, so turns 30 today. Good kick by Martin. Simpson attacking. The well done. Ganged up on him. Jackson. Toe pokes forward. Walker and Vickery. Good tackle. Throw. Advantage play. And Carlton are going to get it away. Jamison to Murphy. Well, a couple of things there. Murphy almost fell over, and then he goes down the line to Yaron. This could work out very well. Yaron down the line. Dygan, they're in here.
Simpson, on his natural left foot, has the bounce, settles, drives it inside the forward 50. Going across, Morris did well, peeled off his man. Strong tackle though, Waite turned around and tackled him in the one motion. Morris with the ball behind Waite, and the umpire will call it up. Well, Morris was brave, he left his man, didn't take it cleanly, and the tackle was wonderful from Waite. Warnock with the body, heavy use, hooks it down behind, Tuck intercepted it though. Waite comes again. Waite, look away, hand pass to Judd. This would be fitting. This would be fitting. The man who brought them back puts the icing on the cake. It's not done yet, but it's looking terrific.
See, look at Vickery getting right into Walker's face.
That was a big call to play the advantage when I'm not sure where they would have been. It's so noisy here. Players won't hear the whistle.
What about Judd? I mean,
fantastic.
He won a Norm Smith medal in a losing West Coast team. 30 today he turned. I mean, he's ageless. This has been one of the great performances. This is sort of the legendary, iconic stuff that great players do.
As you get older, you don't do it as often, but you can still do it for quarters, for halves, and the odd games, and that's what he's proving today.
They're not home, as Dennis said, but they've got a pretty good lead, and they're winning everything at the moment. Warnock, important bounce here. Rance, clever. Grimes. Oh, he's under pressure, and suddenly these amigos are getting quicker. With the tackle, well played, Rance. Hurley, good kick down the line. Vickery and Walker. Walker's had a really big patch here. Boundary throw in. Here's the advantage play.
Look at this. Maybe he took off. Either half the reason I would have half thought Evans might not have known it was a free kick, but anyway, it's all come and gone.
Boundary throw in. Cruiser affected that one. Lost it in trouble. Got boot to ball taken by Jackson hurriedly. Got towards half forward. Working in front is Henderson. Ball runs free. Marriage, it's now or never for the Tigers. Marriage pulls it back. Out of the bounce. Didn't need to. Just cleared the line. And look at him go. Like a Cossack warrior who's celebrating bigger barn.
Here's the beauty of the big ruckman. He actually just backed himself that he could just be a little bit quicker than Henderson on the surge.
Did you say he was looking tired before, Dennis?
He just backed himself. That's what they've got to do, Richmond. They've got to back themselves, not tighten up. At least they've got no lead to defend. So that's one advantage in a way. You've got to have an attacking mindset.
That's a sensational goal. He's kicked 2 in the last quarter.
Emotion.
1 from a free kick. He is a warrior. It was a great call, Dennis. Tigers get that very important goal. The Blues have got it. It might have been a bridge too far. Vickery. Cotchin. They've got some wind in their sails. Martin and Tui. Tui stood up. Back to Robinson. He's been good. High ball. Diamond and Morris both hard at it. Collision. Pettit. Still with Pettit. Kerno brings him down. Good tackle. Ball in dispute. Ball up. Think of the pressure on the umpires now too. I mean, they've made some big calls today.
What a great contest that is. 2 players, eyes on the ball. That's what footy's all about. That's bravery.
Throws up, down to Gibbs. So industrious, a high ball. Newman goes back. Yarran over the top and it's out of bounds. Newman doubled again. Thrown on the other side. Carlton led it by 4 and trailed by 31 early in the third term. Cruiser brilliant down to Robinson. Kick inside the forward 50. And it lobs on the chest of White. Well, Robinson has been invaluable. He made the mistake, but probably would have lived in folklore had they lost.
15 seconds,
He's working so hard to erase the memories of all of that. Jack goes close to the kicker. Round 150. There's been a few of those this afternoon. It resulted in goals. But wait, he's good enough, can still kick it. Kick is on the way, and it's beautiful. It's sweet. Oh, he's got 4. Remarkable transformation. Well done, Blues.
He's got 1 in every quarter. Both Nick and Yuli talked about whether he'd play forward or back. He's a bit proppy here, Wade.
Yeah, no, the ball just fell into his arms then, but at least he was good enough to keep. But the ruck work at the moment, Cruiser, I reckon, and Warnock, both their aerial stuff, particularly when Vic was in the ruck. And it was a hit out from Cruiser that got the ball initially to Robinson. So really that is one area of the game. Marriage might have to try and ruck for this last 8 minutes of the game.
He needed a big game for them to win, Wade. You talk about his possession. He's had 11 possessions, kicked the 4 goals, but 6 tackles for a key forward. His pressure's been outstanding as well.
So the next goal means everything, you'd think. If Carlton get it, they'll probably win. Richmond need it. There's still time. There's plenty of time. But
thank you.
1 more goal for the Blues now before a massive crowd. Have a look at this. It's the biggest crowd Richmond have played in front of since the 1982 Grand Final. It's the biggest elimination crowd ever. The biggest crowd of this year. It's just an astonishing turn up here. 94,690. It's been like a grand final.
No wonder it felt like a grand final. We've got a grand final crowd.
That ball's not out. I think he's going to be pinged. Armfield.
On the ball! Let's make a genuine attempt, Richmond. You're just holding it in yourself. Hold there.
So Deledia with a long bomb.
Searching kick. Jack's down there, in from the side. Henderson backed himself. Took a fine defensive mark to Gibbs. The game he's played. Sets off on the outer side. 1 bounce and his second. Hesitates. Goes back inside to Scotland. Nobody applying pressure, so Scotland's away. Kicking towards half forward. Warnock in front. Chaplin punches away close to the boundary. Deledio at close quarters. A little 1-2 with Rance. Goes back to Rance. Surrounded, in trouble. Dugan grasping. Couldn't get him. Rance over the top. Taken by Gloston. Now it's Sprigg in full stride. Down towards half forward. Vickery works in front. Knocks it down. First to arrive is Revolt. Missed the football. Gathered by Jackson. Jackson goes towards the pocket. Trying to get the angle down there was Edwards. Loose ball. The youngster Menzel. He's in trouble. Reaching in was Marriage. Pulling to the ground was Edwards. And the ball goes out of bounds and we'll have a throw in.
Really important here that Richmond, they know they've got to score, they're 10 points down, but you can't just blaze away and blast the ball inside 50. You've still got to make measured decisions.
Marriage and Cruiser. Cruiser won it. Gibbs. I think he said it's the best game he's ever played as a Blue. Bouncing ball. Garlick might be in here now. Can he cut the angle? Hurley, kick by Garlick. Dygan, yes! And running Betts. He's got to come back. Well, Nick Dygan has been the biggest surprise of the day. He really has. It's a great kick.
It's those surges out of defence that Carlton, it's been their main scoring method apart from the odd centre bounce clearance, but the Richmond chase out of their forward line, I think they would have been disappointed in that today because they have bounced out pretty comfortably, Carlton, particularly as the game has got towards its conclusion.
Well, the guy that might have been captain at the club, we're told, has never kicked 4 goals in a match until now. He wasn't playing when we got here. He wasn't playing when they went off the ground after the warm-up.
No.
I mean, what an afternoon he's had. I mean, this is a remarkable story.
Yes, he wasn't sent out there to be a goal kicker. Remember, he was sent out to make sure that Delidio couldn't be a running, attacking halfback, but he's just been in the right place, found his way into there, kicked accurately.
Carlton by 16 points. There's still time enough, but they're cutting it fine, the Tigers.
There are some blokes you play with and some blokes that you coach, Lee, that you just know what sort of effort they're going to give you, and Dygan seems like one of those blokes, doesn't he?
Cruiser, the ruckman did much with it. Marriage plays it to his own advantage, tries to soccer it. Cruiser gets him off the line of the footy. Curnow got a man in the air. Robinson spins out of trouble, kicks it down towards half forward. Battling down there. Grimes got a fist on it, knocked it down, arriving quickly Bell. Grimes comes again, feeds it forward. Now they're away. Jackson, time of the essence. Jackson run down from behind, holding it. Advantage is taken. Robinson misses the mark. Getting back is Pettit. Pettit forward at half back. Lowers the eyes. Hooley's got it. Back to Pettit. Cruises down towards half forward. On the lead is King. King will turn around as they flood inside the forward 50. The Tigers probably have the numbers. King goes long down towards full forward. It's a massive kick. Oh, well done, Cruiser.
Mitch Robinson breathing a sigh of relief there.
And hats off to that man, Brock McLean. Nick Malthouse said before the game that he made the call, didn't feel like he could contribute. A really selfless decision. Boy, it's paid off with Nick Dygan coming in.
Gee, Mitch Robinson, absolutely right.
Matty Cruiser!
Really?
Matty Cruiser!
So Matty Cruiser's blood rule. So Jim Cruiser was good a moment ago, brought it away. Yeah, Mitch Robinson's turnover could have been so costly. They were in Carlton. It was basically a game done.
They've fallen into blasting, haven't they, Nick, in this last quarter? Like they just haven't, the pressure, get it in quick, but they haven't fought their way in.
Lee, they were 20 contested possessions behind Richmond early, and they're well in front of them now.
High ball, Marriage, a fist on it, out of bounds, clock stops at 5 minutes. 15 points the difference. How about this? Promoted from 9th in the finals. History making in its way. As I said before, the irony of Richmond, if they're to be beaten by a team placed 9th. They've owned that position in recent times. That's a throw, surely. Armfield allowed to go. Falling to the ground, Scotland to Simpson. High ball towards the wing, Eddie Betts. And watch him closely. Well, good enough. Morris got him on the ground. That's the safest place. Eddie, racked with cramp.
Moving on now. Play on.
Wants an interchange, I think. Sends it down towards half forward. Get it in from the side. Got a fist on it. Knocks it towards the boundary. It stays in. Oh, Robbo, down he goes on a collision course with Morris. Two of the toughest in the business. Robinson goes back.
Let's go with
Morris walks away. Jackson the policeman.
They'd lap that up, those two, wouldn't they?
Yep.
Rather that than a feed, I reckon. Gibbs couldn't quite get it out. Delidio, they need something remarkable, the Tigers, to half forward. Edwards, he's been good. He made one blue in this last quarter, perhaps not playing on. Martin, quiet second half, fantastic early. Grigg on the right side for a left foot. Everything's got to work for them now. They can't afford a turnover here to fall forward. Henderson, what a mark! That was Nick Revolt-like and Jonathan Brown. Well, it was going in the wrong direction. It took a lot of guts.
Another long high ball in. They just all of a sudden they just kept Kennedy bombed it in this last quarter, Richmond.
High ball. Warnock bounces off his body. Marriage virtually out on his feet. Tackled by Murphy. Could have almost been a free to Carlton. That could have almost been a free to Richmond. Gibbs his disposal. That copybook. Yaron fumbled. The ball's out of bounds.
Well, tight finals when there's a lot on the line. They bring out extraordinary things in people, and that was just a great effort from Henderson. We've seen a lot of great acts this last quarter.
Lucky Henderson, outstanding. Thought of the pack. Curnow. Tuck. Was looking for Cochin. Gibbs again. Stayed on his feet. So important in that situation. Goes down the line and runs it out of bounds. Boundary throw in. It seems gone.
Well, we're down to Lee's 3 goals with 3 minutes left. What do they do?
Clean footy, Lee. Everything's going to be clean.
They've got to try and be careful that they don't get all sucked into the stoppage. They've got to win the stoppage, but they've got to get it into space to be able to run the footy, Carlton. That's what they've got to do from this point on.
So Jackson.
Richmond, I should say.
We know what you meant, Lee. Vickery. Now, Ellis is a good guy to have the footy, I reckon. He's normally a very good kicker. That's short and not great. Vlosten's been terrific. And Judd's been magnificent to Menzel. Menzel gets it on to Dygan. And then Dygan, he's the current day Shane Allen. Gibbs will take it, I reckon, not quite. But he brings his man down and he turns him. And if he kicks a goal here, it's the best day of his footy life. Chaplin getting back and then building it away.
The secret of Gibbs in the last 10 minutes or so, most of the day actually, he stays on his feet. Cruiser, Robinson trying to get free, gets again. High ball. Marriage will need to go here, and he does. He's been valiant. Marriage. The wrong people are getting the footy for the Tigers at the moment. This is better. One of their runners carries the ball. Delidio. Not a particularly good kick. How will it bounce? A chaos ball inside the forward 50. Revolt's got it. Jamison's got him at close quarters. Scotland under real pressure put down by King. Leading back Walker. Walks it across the line.
Well, they just need a goal here. They've got to get a goal from a clearance. If they get a goal here, there's still some hope. Warnock over the top. Carlton will play the percentages. Yaron did it pretty well. King, it runs away. Can you believe this? They were 5 goals in front in the third quarter. Carlton were done and dusted. Matty Richardson, well, it's been a long-suffering wait for the finals. 95,000 people. And unless something remarkable happens here, they're going to go under. Robinson belting it away. Rance, his duel with Waite's been pivotal. Stopping and propping. Betts gets in and taking him was Garland. And you can put down the glasses. It's an amigo. It's an amigo that'll finish it off. Kick it, Jeffrey. He does. Carlton are on their way to Sydney. Yes, it's the Blues. And Mickey Malthouse is going to create a bit of coaching history here today. No man's won as many finals as Mick ever. He's gone past Jock McHale today. And Carlton have gone past Collingwood. They'll finish above them this year.
Why is that important?
It is if you're a Carlton supporter, Dennis. Anything Carlton can do better than Collingwood, they're very happy.
And there's another sting to the tail because of the coach as well.
Oh, terrific. What a performance by Carlton. It's gone. He's gone.
A 12-goal second half. Fantastic.
And here's to you, Mitchell Robinson. 9 possessions in the final term. An error, but a heart as big as the MCG. Pivotal in what's happened in this final term. Revolt's off the mark. Jamison under pressure. Hand passes outside the defensive 50. Tracks it that way. Boundary throw in. Clock stops at 49. And the fairy tale is gone.
What a second half some of their players have played. Mitch Robinson, we've spoken a lot about Gibbs. I mentioned the small forwards at half time. They've kicked 5 between them in the second half.
Bill gets it. Betts, here they are, right on cue. Well, It's all been on the back of this guy. 30th birthday today. Listen to the roar from him. He might have his own statue, Lee, alongside yours one day. He's one of the all-time greats.
Carlton know they've been told that there's only inside a minute, so all it is just hold on to it. You don't need to do anything. Don't give the ball back if you can help it.
Well, he might have dropped it mental. And rolling and a behind. So an anticlimax. Yes!
What a win.
From nowhere.